Are the Newmarket homes about to drop by 19%, or have they already done so? There have been so many recent headlines in the media lately that'll just make your head spin with really what's going on with the real estate market. Like this headline showing that the market will be dropping by 19% according to TD Bank by 2023. And then this headline from CMHC is showing that Canada needs another 3.5 million more homes than projected to restore some affordability in Canada. And then we also had that CMHC headline back in 2020 during the pandemic, showing that at that time, they were predicting that the sale prices were going to drop anywhere between 9 and 18% at that time. Yet we saw record-breaking sales prices during that time period. So what's really true and what's really going on? Well, the Toronto Real Estate Board just released their numbers, and let's review what's really going on with the market. Hi there, I'm Mary Serqua. I'm a sales representative with Retta Home Realty, and I've been helping families buy and sell homes in the Newmarket and surrounding areas for over 12 years. If you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to make some comments down below in the section down below. And also, if you want to contact me, all of my contact information is down below as well. I look forward to hearing from you. So let's review some of these numbers that just came out from the Toronto Real Estate Board for the month of June. Let's do a market summary, year-over-year numbers from June 2021 to June 2022. So we'll start off with the total number of sales. There were 94 total sales for the month of June, and in June of 2021, there were 172 sales. So that was a drop of 45.6%. In June of 2022, there were 194 new listings compared to last year. There were 223 new listings, and that was a drop of 13%. There were 173 total active listings, whereas in June of 2021, there were 118, which was a 46.6% change. The average days on market was 16 days, whereas in June 2021, it was 11 days. So that's an increase of 31%. The average sales price for all types of homes for June of 2022 was $1,144,980, whereas in June 2021, it was just under 1.1 million. So that was a year-over-year positive increase of 5.1%. But let's also look at the peak of the market during this year, which was in February till June, and see how much the market has changed during that period. The average price in February was at $1,443,690. And that is showing that there was a 20.7% drop of the price during that time. Let's also review the different styles of homes and see how much they have changed during the time from last year and from the peak of this year and up until June of 2022. So for a detached home, the average price of June 22 was just under 1.3 million, whereas in June of 2021, it was 1,236,000. So that was an increase a year over year of 4.9%. Whereas at the peak of the market, the average price for a detached home at that time was 1,607,000. So the market definitely has dropped by 19.3%. For a semi-detached, the average price for June 2022 was at $913,000, whereas in June 2021, it was just under $800,000. So that was still a year-over-year increase of 14.5%. However, at the peak of the market for a semi-detached, the average sales price was just under 1.2%, and that was a 22.7% decline. For a freehold townhome in June of 2022, the average price was just over $917,000, whereas in June of 2021, it was just over $864,000, and that was still a positive change of 6.2%. Whereas from the peak of the market, the average sales price for a townhome at that time was just over $1.2 million, so the price has decreased by 24.1%. For our condo townhome, the average price was just over $838,000, whereas in June of 2021, it was just around $716,000, and that was an increase of 17.7%. However, at the peak of the market in February, the average sales price for a condo townhome was over 1.1 million, so it has definitely decreased by 24%. And finally, for a condo apartment, the average sales price was just at around $645,000, whereas in June of 2021, it was around $547,000, and that was a 17.8% increase year over year. However, from the peak of the market from this year, the highest price point for a condo apartment was just around $718,000. So that has decreased by 10.2%. So what does this really mean going forward? I mean, we don't have a crystal ball and it's very difficult to predict what will happen in the future. All we can really offer is what we really see on the front line as real estate agents, and being a full-time real estate agent, I have about a handful of people that are looking to buy at this time. So they are actively looking to purchase a property. I also have about a dozen people, buyers and sellers, that are just on the sidelines waiting to see what's going to happen. I mean, it didn't really help that the Bank of Canada increased the rate by 1% on July 13th. So that is definitely going to have an impact on the market in the short term at least. I am also seeing a lot of other agents that are in my office and other agents that I do talk to. They have a lot of people that are sitting on the sidelines as well, waiting to see what's going to happen. So if we have a lot of these people that are on the sidelines and about to jump into the market, what's going to happen again? Is that going to be another influx in the market? We don't know. We also do have a lot of immigration coming into Canada, around 420,000 for this year, and again for next year and the following year. So we do need a lot of housing for immigration. And plus we do have a lot of international students that come into Canada. Just in Ontario, there are 250,000 registered students, and all of those people do need housing as well. That's for rental purposes. So there's always going to be some type of demand for housing. Now, if you are a seller and you're thinking about possibly selling your home, and you've owned your home for at least 4 or 5 years, then you do have a lot of equity built up in your property. So it might still be a good opportunity to get into the market, especially if you're going to be buying something else, whether that's going to be a bigger home or whether it's going to be a downsized type of home. There are still a lot of opportunities for you in the market. If you have any questions about your personal situation, reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'll see you here next time. Take care and stay safe.